Next, are you ready for next segment?
Yep. Let's
so this segment I'm going to do is part 2 in a series. About 2 months ago, we did a series on anti-gun companies that hate your guts and do not deserve your money. This is going to be part 2. Part 1 was pretty successful, but let's see what you think about this one. I used to be cut from the cloth that I thought boycotts were what the other side did, and they were childish and really had no point. However, morphing and evolving into where we are today, I've seen that their boycotts and their enraged over whatever and causing these boycotts against conservative companies or conservative people are effective. So I'm kind of morphing over into the side of that we as conservatives in Second Amendment rights advocates need to start playing the game, become a player in the game.
I would agree with that.
The game's already here. It's being played.
It's been played for a while.
And we're getting thumped.
Yes.
So I don't believe that boycotts are stupid, unproductive, and childish anymore. I think it's something that we need to get involved with. Look at the impact just in the last 2 weeks with the Bud Light, with what they did and that backlash, $4 billion
and counting
in lost revenue. Over and over and over again, people are swearing that they'll never buy another Bud Light, and some people are saying Anheuser-Busch is needs to bear the brunt of this too, because Bud Light is part of Anheuser-Busch. Anheuser-Busch has, 15 to 20 different labels that they carry under the Anheuser-Busch. I used to drink Shock Top once in a while. I'm done with them. But some people are going as extreme as Kid Rock, destroying his cases of Bud Light with a shotgun. And
that was a machine gun he used.
A machine gun.
Yep.
I saw somebody with a steamroller.
I saw that one too.
Driving over cases.
That looked interesting. That reminded me of Prohibition, actually.
Yeah, that's kind of like a Boston Tea Party, right? Fact is, the left has mastered the art of inflicting real monetary consequences on its opponents, us, for anything and everything that makes them wet their whitey-tighties. The rules have changed. It's time for cutesy time to be over. It's time for us to join the fight. It's time for the side of the good to quit letting these crybabies walk all over us and speak the only language that they seem to understand, which is severe monetary losses. So here are some suggestions on part 2 of anti-gun companies that do not deserve your cheddar. All right, first one, 20/20 eye care. For those of us that are getting up there in age where our eyes are starting to do crazy things, 20/20 eye care may be one of the choices in your location. I would urge you to look for a competitor.
Yep.
Have you ever used them?
20/20? Actually, I never have.
I've seen a couple of them around Columbus, but I've never used them either. I actually use, I have an eye doctor that I just go through them.
Yeah, I have an independent that I use as well. Yep.
Second one, Bad Robot. You ever see that after the video or after the movies?
Yep.
Bad Robot. So that's a company that has donated quite a few dollars and in-kind donations to anti-Second Amendment politicians, etc. Number 3, Beyond Meat. I don't see anybody in our viewing audience that will give up a good steak burger.
There might be some, but I would be a little surprised too.
So Beyond Meat is a plant-based vegan meat that is tasty. This is their website. That's tasty and better for you and for our planet. Right there, it's like ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
So cow farts, this company's hoping that you hate cow farts so much that you'll give up your steak burger. This company, like all the others we have and will review, does not want you to be able to exercise your Second Amendment rights. They hate you, so don't give them your money. However, judging by Beyond Meat's stock price, not too many other people actually like the taste of their meat. I did a little research on that. There's been a 63% loss in the stock price over the last year for Beyond Meat. So they may be a company that's going out anyways. So let's help them along.
Let's hope so. And the only thing I can say with this is, my wife I don't understand why sometimes, but she loves me, so she's trying to keep me kicking. So we've tried all kinds of stuff to try to get my cholesterol and stuff under control, and not meaning to overshare, but what I'm trying to get by is we've tried all these various things to try to not eat as much meat.
Yeah.
Almost invariably, if you're trying to make something that's intended to be meat, but isn't, it doesn't taste like meat.
Yeah.
I don't mind vegetables and stuff, so just go ahead and don't eat meat.
Give me a salad.
If you feel this need that you have to somehow recreate meat, in my mind, I don't understand why you're doing that. And,
I don't know. I've heard other sides of it, Craig, that meat's really not what's causing cholesterol. It's the sugars, it's the carbs.
I like those too, though.
I mean, yeah. So, I mean, if you're going to cut anything, and I'm not a doctor, I just know that there's different viewpoints from doctors in the know that actually promote a meat-based diet.
Yep.
But you have to cut the sugars, and you have to cut the carbs, and you have to cut the starches.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you need to eat in moderation.
That's right.
And nature, generally speaking, if you eat real food and not processed crap, and I would call a fake meat product as some kind of processed crap, just my opinion, just eat real food. I think you'll probably be okay.
I don't see any of our viewers having a problem with staying away from Beyond Meat.
No, I think we're probably safe with that.
All right, next one. Bloomberg
it isn't so.
I know. Does that surprise anybody? Bloomberg's a privately held financial software, data, and media company headquartered in Midtown Manhattan. It's co-founded by ex-presidential candidate Michael Bloomberg in 1981.
Or as I like to call him, you can't have a large soda drink.
Yes, I remember that. So that goes without saying. I'm not going to hang on that one too long. Bloomberg's a douche. Next one. This is one that you may not have heard of before, but it's popular among kids right now, and parents maybe not being in tune to what their kids are watching and what their influences are, which I'm guilty. But Brat TV is a digital media network which was launched in 2017 and is available on YouTube. The network features original shows and it is intended for teenagers of Generation Z. The original script features popular teenage social media celebrities and videos ranging from 6 to 25 minutes long. Decidedly anti-gun, but more than likely they're promoting all the other
so this is
far
another
left garbage.
Indoctrination programming.
Yes, it is. It is. So Brat TV, check out if your kids are actually watching that on the tubes. Next one, Bumble. Bumble is an online dating application. Craig, I think you just deleted your account.
You weren't supposed to say anything. Actually, I'd never heard of this.
Bumble profiles of potential matches are displayed in to users who can swipe left to reject a candidate or swipe right to indicate interest. And listen to this. This is great. In heterosexual matches, only female users can make the first contact. So this is this is kind of a feminist.
So it's kind of a sexist thing too.
While in same-sex matches, either person can send a message first. What a crock of crap. For all you dating fools out there, farmers.com is the only way to go. Next one, Cambly. Cambly gives you instant access to native English speakers or other video chats so you can learn and gain confidence. Practice English conversation, take an English course, or learn to ace the IELTS, whatever that is. Cambly tutors are dynamic native speakers from the United States, Canada, UK, and Australia. So this is one of those like Babbel, Duolingo, learn to speak a language, but it's to learn learn English.
Okay.
Not seeing that a bunch of our viewers are going to be using that, but I thought I'd throw that out there. Next one, Catch and Release. Catch and Release is a VC-backed technology company that enables brands and their agencies to source and license premium content from anywhere on the internet for use in commercial advertising campaigns. So never heard of them.
Never heard of them.
I'm going to move on. Clever. Clever is a digital learning platform for kids. This one's a good one. Clever is a digital learning platform for K-12 schools, one friendly place for single sign-on messaging, and blah, blah, blah. So in the world that we live in now with public schools, basically hemorrhaging attendance, right? People are choosing charter schools, private schools, online schools, home schools.
Yep.
Clever is one of many companies out there that are catering to those people flocking away from public schooling. There are choices out there, other choices, research it. Clever is not one of them. They are adamantly anti-Second Amendment. So if you are in this group of people that are fleeing public schools, look somewhere other than Clever.
I would go so far as to say is if you're fleeing public schools for a lot of the reasons that people are, it sounds like this company is kind of ran by the same kind of people.
Yes,
So.
yep. Eventbrite. Eventbrite is an American event management ticketing website similar to Ticketmaster type.
Okay.
I've never heard of them, never used them. If you're in a state or an area that actually uses Eventbrite, I don't have any advice of where to go. Do your own research, but Eventbrite is not your answer. Your money spent at Eventbrite for tickets is going directly against the Second Amendment cause. Keep that in mind. Next one. This is one, Fundera. I have not heard of Fundera by that name, but I have heard of NerdWallet. Have you heard of NerdWallet?
I've heard of NerdWallet, yep.
So this is one of those business loan companies, funders, basically a business, startup business looking for funds to get started up. This is a company that does that. They also, the NerdWallet part of it is a personal savings, credit score boosting, personal finance management type of system. So some of you out there may be familiar or use NerdWallet. There are other options for that also. Here's one that's a blast from the past. I didn't even know they're still around. Gateway Computers.
Huh.
Do you remember 20 years ago on the advent of home personal computers,
oh, yeah.
You know, the desktops, you had 2, maybe 3 choices. Dell, was IBM one of them maybe?
IBM was around, but they were strictly professional business machines. I mean, they weren't into the home PC.
So it was Dell, Gateway, and I can't think of another one, but there's only a couple choices.
There was only a couple, yeah.
So I put a little blip out here. If you hit the next one, this is today's pie chart of who owns the personal computer business. You see Acer. I've heard of actually mine's an Acer. Lenovo, my business laptop is Lenovo. Everybody knows Macintosh, Apple. We've got Dell down at the bottom, and then HP. Those are the ones that you really hear about a lot. And then you've got Gateway is packed away in a very small percent. You'd have to assume less than 5% of the market share, Gateway. But they used to be the big dog, dude.
They were. It was kind of them and Dell were kind of driving a lot of the home PC market.
I'd like to think that their anti-Second Amendment stance is kind of what has caused them to go from a juggernaut to a joker.
That could very well be.
All right, next one, The Goat is an American online platform offering sneakers, luxury apparel, and accessories. Never heard of them?
Never heard of them either.
I wouldn't have bought from you anyways, but they are anti-Second Amendment. Next one, Guru.com is a freelance marketplace that allows companies to find freelance workers for commissioned work. Never heard of them?
Nope.
Here's another one. Impossible Foods Inc. is a company that develops plant-based substitutes for meat products. We're going to beat this horse to death. The company's signature product is the Impossible Burger, which was launched in 2016 with a partnership with Burger King. Are they still offering that? Do you know?
I'm not sure if they are.
Does anybody out there know? JAS, real meat or don't bother. You are absolutely right, brother. Does anybody know if Burger King still offers the Impossible Burger? I never had one.
But there again, if I'm gonna have a burger, I'm gonna have a burger.
If I'm going through Burger King's drive-through, I'm not curious enough.
I mean, I'm still mad that they got rid of lard for the French fries at Wendy's and McDonald's, because I was not eating French fries to be healthy.
Yeah.
I wanted them to taste good.
Yes.
Now they're not healthy and they don't taste good.
Don't mess with it. All right, next one, Intuit Inc. I think we've all seen that in the tech side of things.
Yeah, now this one honestly, it hurts a little bit because they have TurboTax. That just makes taxes so much easier.
So much smoother. So what's the option? We don't know if HR Block is any better, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know if there is an option on this one.
But they have other things that you may have used. Credit Karma, guilty. QuickBooks, not anymore, but I used to when I had my own remodeling business. MailChimp, I've heard they're a bunch
I
of
have heard a lot of bad things about MailChimp, to the point where if you espouse certain ideas they don't like, they'll just cut your service off. And if you were someone who was utilizing mass mailing
business.
as part of your primary business core function,
gone.
Wow.
Here's one, JCrew. I've never been one that gave a crap about stylish clothes, so I've never bought anything.
Well,
Is that JCrew? I'm sorry, dude. I should have asked first. JCrew is an American multi-brand, multi-channel specialty retailer. The company offers assortment of women's, men's, and children's apparel and accessories. As far as I'm concerned, JCrew can go screw. Next one. This one, Jumbo Privacy is a BTC privacy and business to corporation privacy and security app that protects users on the Apple and Android phones. So I have an Apple, yours is a Droid.
Yep.
So we probably have something of this in there in our phones.
Unfortunately, yes, they get so much stuff squeaked into those things.
Yeah, we don't know.
You have no idea.
So Jumbo Privacy. Next one, Cabbage Ink. I have heard of this. It's an online financial technology company based in Atlanta, Georgia. The company provides funding directly to small businesses and consumers through the automated lending platform. They're owned by American Express. Highly, highly anti-Second Amendment. So that's it for anti-gun companies that do not deserve your cheddar, your hard-earned cheddar. So, I mean, think about it. Think about ways that you can spend your money wisely that actually goes to companies and people that don't hate you, that actually support your way of life.
And you have to be realistic about it. Sometimes you can't help but use some of these companies just because of circumstance, things like that. Just be aware so that if an option is available, you might want to make a different choice.
Check it out.